Regulations is one of the roadblocks to advancement of land development. While regulations are needed, they are mostly based on boilerplate code initially developed in the 1930s. Around the 1960s, many regulations started to include planned unit development, or PUD, which allowed flexibility from the zoning code. One of the pioneers of the PUD was Don C. Geek, a well-known community planner in the Detroit metropolitan area who hired me when I was 15 years old. In his PUD definition, a lot size could be reduced if the reduction in the square footage was applied to usable common open space. Today's PUD is much different. In most cases, planned unit development allows free rein for a developer to propose a project with its own set of minimums. The intention was to innovate. However, in most cases it is a mechanism to squeeze the maximum number of homes to maximize profit. The PUD proposed by the developer will not get approved unless the City Council and Planning Commission are convinced it's a better solution than standard zoning. However, they may be swayed for approval by misrepresentation or exaggeration of what will actually be built using renderings and 3D imagery, typically stock pictures. The City Council and Planning Commission may either get rid of the PUD or make it excessively difficult to get one approved if they got burned in the past by misrepresentation. Without a PUD or other mechanism that allows innovation, growth stagnates. Regulations are based on a set of finite minimums that guarantee monotony and repetition, with the only variation being architectural facades, maybe. The architect or engineer who is laying out the subdivision will attempt to maximize density by holding to the most minimal dimensions allowed by regulation. Not all developers and builders are the same. Home building and land development is a business, not a charity. As with any business, there are good and rotten apples. In land development, be it a great developer who wants to leave a legacy for the city, or that rotten apple that could care less, they are both likely to use similar local consultants who is going to squeeze every possible unit on the site. As housing costs increase, there is a push to increase density. In the 1960s, 10,000 square feet might have been considered as a small suburban lot. Today, a small lot is about 4,000 square feet. When we interview new home buyers, their first complaint is most often that their lot is too small. We can solve these issues by modifying existing ordinances, so density is a reward for doing a better job. This would be something very straightforward and easy to implement without a major overhaul to existing regulations. We also developed the technology that eliminates the bait and switch or misrepresentation during city meetings. By using our virtual reality technology, we eliminate false representation of a proposal. For the past quarter century, we've been working on solutions to put city stakeholders back in the driver's seat, as well as benefiting the developers submitting proposals. But nothing will ever happen unless cities embrace change. This brings us to the next roadblock to advancing growth: technology.